Welcome, everyone. You've reached Discussions from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I'm Grandma Mo.
And I'm Lisa DCT.
So we have Unrivaled. We have a CBA that was proposed by the WNBA. We have Athletes Unlimited that has started.
Mm.
And Unrivaled is going strong with the one-on-one tournament about to start. So lots
And
to look at.
I'm looking forward to that because I did not see that last year.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
did.
looking forward to all, but I've looked at the matchups and everything, and I was listening to I was listening to Candace Parker last night, and she went with I think she went with Edwards, but they're looking
Leah
for a certain
Edwards
matchup.
was in the finals last year
Yeah,
against Fee.
that's
And
what
Fee ended up beating her,
she
but
said.
Aaliyah Edwards was really good at the one-on-one.
Yeah,
She played really well last year in the one-on-one tournament.
so
But
I'm
there's more
really excited
players
about that.
now.
Yeah. And
There's a lot of
I was super surprised about the trade that there were
yeah, I've
trades.
never
The
seen
first time they had a trade, it's the first time. The game before, I said, "What's up with Courtney Williams? She's usually in with Brittany Griner on the vinyl. She's on the
Mhm.
bench, looking all bummed." Little did I know she was going to be traded like the very night or the next day. But I
Well,
was
that's because
happy
of Ari
for,
McDonald.
yeah,
Ari McDonald can't
she's
play, so they're down a player. So that's why this happened, I think.
But I think it's good. It's a good trade all around. Rivers, especially, because I like seeing her with her coach, Teresa
Yeah, but
Weatherspoon.
Azare Stevens to the Hive, they already have
Yeah,
Billings and Maglagor.
she went down a notch.
Like
That
you
was
have
my
three bigs on
favorite.
the Hive now,
That was my
like big
favorite
bigs.
game of this week. Happened to be the High versus the Breeze.
Yeah, that was a good
I
game.
Boy, they went at each other. That was
Yeah,
just a fun game to watch. They were
it
down like
was.
15 at one point, and they came back. I enjoyed that game. The
I just
combination of Citron, Billings, and Mitchell,
mhm.
you couldn't stop them. Did you see the game before Citron got folded like a lawn chair?
Yeah,
Did you see? I was like, "Ooh,
yeah.
you!"
No, but the Hive finally smartened up and put Billings in instead of Ezzy. They were starting Ezzy, and I'm like, what are you doing? Mo Billings is really
Exactly.
good at this. Like, and they finally started going to her, and she's gotten more double doubles than anybody in the Unrivaled.
She did. She had like 17 that night. Well, she had 17 points, 17 rebounds, and she got
Yeah,
player of the game. Just
yeah,
It was just a great game to watch.
yeah. It
And
was. That was fun to watch.
so was the very next game. Friday night was great. The Lunar Owls and the
And
Laces
Laces,
in
yeah, you had the
first
two top
place.
teams
I was
going
like,
at it.
wow. And I was like, that was really good. I enjoyed Friday night.
Fridays was great. Yeah, yeah, it definitely was. The it keeps surprising me that the Laces keep winning, but they don't really have a big. They play
No,
with Sykes and Jackie Young and Alyssa Thomas.
Mr.
Alyssa
Thomas.
Thomas is only 6'2". You should be
Right.
able to, one of the bigs that are 6'4" or 6'7" or someone should be able to shoot right over her. But for some reason, Alyssa Thomas holds her own at 6'2".
Right.
And it's always surprising to me. It's just she bodies people so much that
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the Laces surprise. Well, I mean they're really good players. I mean Brittany Sykes is like a friggin' scat bug, going across the pond, and just she
You know,
just fuming. She's at the basket.
the matchup I would love to see would be Thomas, who's a train coming at you, and Shakira, who is ready. She always looks like she's ready to fight somebody.
Yeah, she
She's
does.
tough. So I'd like to see them go head to head. Doesn't she always look like she's pissed off
Oh
and
yeah,
ready to go? Yeah.
yeah.
I like to see
I
her
don't know what
against
the
Thomas.
she's playing. She's in the one-on-one. She's going up against Hamby.
Yeah.
And Alyssa Thomas is going against Aaliyah Boston. I don't know. I don't know if
She'll
she's
be
going to get by
Hamby.
Aaliyah Boston.
She'll be Hamby. Hamby won't be. That's a tough matchup for Hamby, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
Hamby,
Shakira can miss shots. She can
yeah,
go where she's tough and everything, but she can miss some shots. And Hamby's usually pretty reliable. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes how people are. Look at this one. Looking at the matchups, you have Tiffany Hayes against Jackie Young.
Yeah.
That's a matchup.
You know for sure that's going to be like Tiffany Hayes is always on the ground. So she
Yeah,
can't afford to do that on 1v1. She's going to have to stay on her feet for that. And Jackie Young's got more body than Hayes, but Hayes
yeah, she
got
does.
has the step on her, I think.
Yeah, Hayes is quicker.
These
Hayes is
are all
probably quicker.
really good matchups.
Yeah.
Your buddy there from the Valkyries got matched up with Paige Beckers. Did you see her face?
Oh, Kate Martin. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
she's like, yeah, okay. She,
Well,
you
you
know,
know,
she's
she's just
young.
gotta. Kate Martin is a three, and just make her threes. Just make some threes, and she can get
Yeah,
up on her. But Paige is going to be hard to beat.
yeah,
And then you have Heidemann and Kelsey Plum.
yeah.
Kalia, Kalia Copper and Rakia Jackson. I'm surprised that one's on there with
Yeah.
everything. Did you hear what happened with?
I did hear about her boyfriend. I felt bad about that.
Well,
Well,
they
her
had split
ex.
up, and then he was stalking her.
Yeah, her ex. I know, but he ran his car. I'm like, this poor kid, it's hard enough to just live in life. Now you got to deal with domestic violence. It's scary, very
All
scary.
that possession crap.
Yeah. Well, hopefully well, yeah, I guess it's of all the times to happen, at least she's around a group of women that can lift her up and
Well,
hopefully
they're
help.
all in one place, and they're there the whole
Exactly.
time. So it's yeah, that's
Exactly.
good.
You
That's
know,
good.
yeah.
But
But it should be exciting. The games, like I said, the games were all, I don't know. I was just excited to wait for tomorrow to see what happens. Yesterday was the bonus day for us to watch another extra games.
yeah,
But there was only one thing that I was excited for, which was Sanaya Rivers. She had one possession where she blocked on one end, ran over to the corner on the opposite drive. Did you see this? And she shot a
yeah,
three and went in, and her face just lit up.
yeah,
I'm like, that was probably the highlight of the time that she's been there.
yeah,
And like
yeah.
I said, with Witherspoon, I was happy for her. I
Sanaya Rivers has like sky's the limit for her potential, but her
yeah,
shot is bad. I mean, it looks
I
nice,
agree.
but her
I agree.
shot goes like this
Right.
instead of like this. And that's how she misses because she shoots it's like she's shooting it at the rim
Right.
instead of up and
Have
over.
have an arc.
Yeah, it's like someone if she could develop that where, she'd be a more consistent shooter. And that's the problem. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Kelsey Plum's problem when she's missing. Oh, it's just darts at the rim. Like put some
I
friggin' arc on it.
I agree. I agree. There's no arc on it. Then you got Skylar Diggins who hits the moon and comes back down. I mean, she has
Yeah.
a
And Kelsey
arc.
Mitchell
And
too.
Kelsey
Yeah, they
Mitchell
need
does.
something in between there.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
between.
exactly. Exactly. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you think anybody's going to win? Who do you think's going to win the whole thing? I mean, it's too hard to even imagine at this point.
It's really hard to imagine.
It's a long night of matchups. Like we were saying, 7 o'clock it starts. 10:45 is the last matchup with Thomas versus Boston. That's a long night to be waiting to play your game.
Yeah, that's 3 hours, just about 3 hours of playing. I don't know. It's usually one of the bigs. I mean, last year one of the bigs won, but you have Aaliyah Edwards going against Dominique Malonga. That's going to be tough for Aaliyah Edwards. But Aaliyah Edwards is a better scorer than Malonga is. If
Sure.
Malonga can get consistent by near the
Maybe.
hoop and understand that she's 6'6" and play like she's 6'6",
Yeah.
she could be unstoppable. I mean, she started to show that towards the end of the season in the WNBA last year. I went, "Oh boy, if she starts playing like this, the rest of the league is her,
Well,
showcase."
she's only gotten better since she's
Yeah, she has.
especially in here because as I've said before in other weeks, she looks stronger. She's
Yeah,
playing more confident. I
yeah.
don't think she'll be throwing down any kind of a dunk on
No, I'm
1v1.
surprised she
Nice
doesn't
job.
dunk more. I mean, she's 6'6". I mean, she doesn't have to jump very high. Like, why are you not dunking every chance you get?
Lisa
It's not,
Leslie said that. Lisa Leslie said every time you get a chance to dunk, dunk the ball.
yeah. I mean, it's easy for her. I mean, I can remember, I mean, I think I told you about this with the guy when I was playing in college and he was 6'8" and he could grab the net
Yeah,
without leaving his, like, standing there, just grabbing. So he only had to jump a foot to tap the rim.
yeah.
She's 2 inches shorter than that. It's like, oh my
Imagine that.
God, just dunk the thing. Like, jump off 2 feet and dunk it. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't get
know.
and then Brittany Griner, the same thing. Like, why is she not? She's doing fadeaways. Like, you're 6'9".
I know.
What are
Last night
you
she
doing?
played good. I mean, she played good last night. I
She
like
did.
her better. I like her better in this league, actually, than 5-on-5. I think she gets more action. She
Well, there's
covers
no
the
help
floor really
defense.
well.
Yeah, there's not enough help. I mean, you can't really help defense in 3-on-3. So
Right,
she's more 1-on-1, which also begs the question, why do a fadeaway? Holy crap,
right.
you're 6'9". Just turn
Yeah,
around and shoot it or dunk it. Or
yeah.
but you know what I think stops them? They get offensive fouls called on them. Because I've been
Hmm.
watching the college stuff, and I mean, I keep saying the same thing about Lauren Betts. Like, what are you doing? You're 6'7". Just, you know, she'll dribble, or I'm like, just turn around and shoot the ball. Holy crap, no one's gonna touch you. But there have been times where she's turned around and they call an offensive foul on her because someone is right up against her. And that's where I'm like, that shouldn't be an offensive foul. Even if you knock somebody, they
Yeah,
shouldn't be like on your uniform so that if you move, you're going to knock them.
right.
There should be a gap. There should be a gap of some sort so that you have the autonomy to turn around. So I think that's what stops them from doing that kind of stuff. Because I've seen Brittany Griner get those kind of fouls too.
I think what I've noticed with Brittany Griner is she reaches more than she jumps. She depends upon her reach
Yes.
to get the ball. If she jumped,
Oh my God. I know.
right? I always see her reaching without jumping because she thinks, well, I have the wingspan, which she does. But if she just jumped a little bit more,
Yeah.
granted, she's getting older, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think
It's
she would
probably
do
really
a
hard
lot
on her
better.
legs.
Yeah, well, being that tall, it's great to be that tall when you're playing basketball, but to get clothes to fit, and I remember talking to Carol Walters way back when I
Oh
was
yeah, she was
standing
six
next
five.
to her, looking like a peanut, and I was like,
Yeah.
God, how do you get clothes? She says, I have to have them made at that time.
Yeah.
She goes, it's unbelievable what you have
Yeah,
to go
especially for
through.
women being that tall. They have big and
Yeah,
tall for men, but not women. You'd
no,
probably just
and
have to go buy men's pants.
yeah. I was wondering if, like, you and I at the beginning of each episode should do like a fit check, a tunnel appearance, spin around with your 5 dogs. Here's what I'm wearing
No.
today. No, you don't do that. Yeah, me either. So I do look at the fit checks, and some of them I'm like, you know, how they have that tunnel
Yeah.
that they come into. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Tiffany Hayes is always styling. Her and
yeah.
Monique Billings usually are. And then Skylar Diggins too. Skylar Diggins is usually dressed up.
She was on last night. My
Yeah, she
mother
was
was like, "Oh
commentating.
my God, she looks nothing like she did the other night when she was playing Messy Bun." I said, "No, not at all." She goes,
Yeah.
"I think she's got makeup on." I said, "Sephora, hello."
Yeah.
You know, I said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
they parachuted in a bag for her to put on some makeup." I still like her on the microphone. She did well.
Yeah, Skylar's good. Skylar's
They're
good.
giving they're giving everybody an opportunity. They had the stud buds one night. They had Paige, who had no idea that it was totally cute, and Lisa Leslie enjoyed every moment, showing her the different ins and outs. Alicia Gray, who actually has a degree in that, in broadcasting. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know that, broadcast journalism. She
Mm-hmm.
goes, I went into the truck. They showed her in the truck to produce the Unrivaled.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I could do all that.
Yeah.
You, hey, you have that could be your career later on. Right now, just keep moving.
Yeah.
She crashed
Well,
out a
it's
few
more just you
times.
want to play. You just want to play as long as you can because you
Absolutely.
only get one opportunity to do that.
Yeah, they're young yet, you know, still have
Yeah,
time.
they also did a what was it? The I had forgotten about this, but they did a tribute or something to the WBL. Did you see that?
No, I did not. When was that?
Well, um I can't remember where. I think it was during Unrivaled. No, it wasn't Unrivaled. Maybe it was the NCAA. Because I've been watching UCLA, and a few other teams, but mainly UCLA, just because
Yeah,
there's too many teams to watch. But they did a
there is.
thing. They did a thing for the WBL, and I remember thinking that's probably why I thought that by the time I got there, that there'd be a professional women's league. Because that WBL went from 78 to 81. So 81, I was a
Right.
freshman, sophomore in college. So I thought it was going to be there when I got out. And no, 81, it was gone. And that's when we started seeing Carol Blazejowski. Because she played in that league and she became an Adidas rep.
Oh,
So she'd come to the schools and, push the Adidas shoes and stuff. And that's where we got our Adidas top tens, which were the bomb at that time. Those were the
look,
shoes. I mean, they used to give
new
us two a
shoes.
year.
Nothing
They were
like new
great. I
shoes.
love those Adidas top tens. They were wonderful.
New shoes always made you think like you could run faster and jump higher.
Yeah, once they were broken in a little bit,
Right, right.
they were always a little stiff to begin with.
Yeah.
Then I remember they never went anywhere, but I forget what year it was. I think it was my junior year. My coach said, "Hey, we got some shoes for you." And they were called Jacklars, Jaclar. They never went anywhere, but I wore because it just happened to be me because I had the right foot size. The shoes that they brought happened to be my size. So
Yeah.
they had me try those as a promo kind of thing. And they were nice shoes, but I never heard of them again. They never went anywhere. But they were a nice pair. I mean, they were comfortable. Just as comfortable as the Adidas top tens were.
Let me ask you a question. If you were in the WNBA, let's say, and you had your own shoe, and after the game, would you take your shoes off and hand them to a fan? Or your shirt that you wore during the game?
I'd be worried that it would be all sweaty,
Could be
or
me.
smelly or something.
That would be me 100%.
Yeah,
I'd be, oh, hell no, you don't want my shoes
yeah,
or shirt.
yeah,
I know, they just hand it. I don't know. Maybe they powder it down. That's interesting, isn't it? When you
yeah.
think
I
about
mean, as a fan, like, why would you want that? I mean,
it.
you can always buy one later. It's all just
Yeah,
a jersey, or I mean, the shoes aren't, but I mean, Sabrina Ionescu, she goes and brings boxes of them to
yeah,
people.
right.
That I'd be more interested in that as like fan wise, but
Yeah.
as an
How about your
athlete, no.
shoe? You sign it for them. They get, yeah. Smells just like her. Oh,
Yeah,
God. I don't know. That's not my thing.
yeah, I know.
It's not my thing. But, all these youngins, they seem to like that. Hey, I noticed Brianna Jones got a meniscus tear.
Yeah, I saw
She's
that
gonna have
too.
surgery, but they said that she'll be able to
She'll
start.
be fine. That's usually a cleanup surgery, like a just quick in and out. They
Yeah.
just cut it out.
I was
That's
like,
usually what
oh,
happens because
but
it's flopping, so your knee will lock up. So they just cut out the part that's flopping. That's
this
usually what that is.
that sounds fun.
Well, it's
Yeah,
usually it's arthroscopic, so they just stick a thing in there and
right.
clean it up. I mean, that was
Yeah.
way back when I was playing, so that was. I'm sure it's much better now. What they
I
do
was
now.
I was watching. So, hey, did you happen to notice Tiffany Hayes's grill? You said you didn't notice it last time. Did you notice her gold grill plate?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've noticed that. Yeah.
But I'm like, wow. I mean, that they'll never get away with that in the W. A lot of the stuff they do during Unrivaled, they never get away with.
Well, there's not as much of regulation. They don't want everything to fit in a box,
Right.
where the WNBA, I'm sure but, that's the same way for the guys. I mean, remember way back when with Terrell Owens was just like calling it the no fun league,
Yeah.
but he did some pretty radical stuff.
Yeah.
So
The
his
jewelry,
idea
like
of fun was,
the stud buds, Natisha Heidemann has this gold, silver stud bud chain
yeah,
that's super, super heavy.
yeah,
And
they gave it to the guy announcing, and he was
I'm
like, "Oh
like,
boy, this is heavy."
but I'm like, why?
I
Down
know.
the road. Well, I guess when you're young and you think all this money's going to come in, you got to stretch that over the fact that, you may someday be 60 and you may need to fall back on that. Was pretty high a couple of weeks ago. They could have got a good chunk of change for that.
What was?
The
Oh,
silver and
silver.
gold
Yeah.
were the
Well, silver
highest
and gold
they've
are
been.
way up. I
So I'm
trade, so
looking at the stud bud chain. I'm like, man, what I'd give to have that to sell it now. But like I said, right now that's a hit down the road. You know,
who knows?
don't waste your money, girls, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Hang
pretty
on,
much.
hang on to it.
Yeah.
Shit happens in life. You may need it. You know. Anywho, what else you got going on?
Just watching UCLA, and they had a good game against Michigan on the weekend, and Michigan gave them everything they could handle. I mean, UCLA was up 12, or they built the lead up to 12 or 13 points in the third quarter, but Michigan wasn't going away, and they were fighting like their lives depended on it, and they came back within three, and actually had a last shot attempt to tie the game. They needed a three to tie the game, and it didn't go. Swords took it.
Yeah,
Um, she's a really good 3-point shooter, but UCLA kept her in check. She only had 8 points, but I've been watching that, and then USC's been winning. And I've been watching Stanford. Stanford started out good, but they've been losing lately, so they're down in the bottom of the, well, middle, like the higher end of the low, like they're kind of, well, they're in the middle
yeah,
of the ACC, which they started out really good, and I thought, oh, geez, they may be a top 25 team, but now they lost to, I don't have this thing in front of me, but they lost to quite a few teams lately. And I was bummed about that because Stanford looked pretty good in the beginning of the season. So,
yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna
and
do?
then UConn's killing everybody as,
They are.
but what was the other? I still haven't watched Vanderbilt play. I've been wanting to watch them, um, just with
There's
Shea Ralph. Do you think
so
Shea
many
Ralph will
games.
take over for Gino when he finally decides to leave? I
I
mean,
think she
who
could.
else would take that job? I mean, she may not want to take that job. If she's
Right,
built up a program in Vanderbilt,
right. That's how many. Well,
because
he just
Gino
signed.
can't be going for too many more years. I mean, what is he,
No,
71 or something?
yeah, he's in his 70s now. Hard to believe,
Yeah.
but then you
Blink
look
of
at
an eye and it's all
it.
gone.
Is a blank. It really is. It's unbelievable. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know
Well,
who would pick up that. That'd be a hard shoes to fill.
well, look at
I mean,
what's happened with
somebody would
Tennessee
fill it.
after Pat Summitt.
I know. I loved watching her coach.
Yeah.
I did.
She
It
truly
was.
cared about her players.
She sure
Their
did.
well-being was more important than anything else.
Absolutely. That's the
Yeah.
way it should be.
It
Because,
should be.
a sport is a sport is a sport. And then once it's over, you have to have something to fall back on,
Yeah.
And I think she set people up for that to
Yeah,
realize that.
especially in those days when there was nothing to, that was the highest you were going to get.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, there's nothing else after this, so you better figure something out.
Exactly.
And
And that's the whole part of coaching. You have to be able to. That's why I think UConn does such a great job as well with showing these young women how to take it as a business, so to speak.
hmm
Like you said, back in the day, it was how you could become a better person or get into different things. And it was about the game, but it was also life lessons being taught while you're playing the game.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And learning how
So
to work as a team and whether that's in workplace or, on a basketball court. It
right,
helps. It's helped me throughout my life. I mean,
exactly.
just learning how to win and lose and work together with people you may not necessarily like and still trying to accomplish a goal. And it all helps. And just the emotional maturity it takes to get through, especially the higher you get. You have to have some sort of emotional maturity or you're not going to go anywhere. And that
Right.
definitely helps you um, throughout the rest of your life.
For sure.
So,
Sports for sure create great leaders that are
right.
able to lead
Well,
not only
Julie, I think it
themselves,
was Julie Foudy said, she goes, our first woman president will be a former athlete.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so too.
you know, because she'll be able to deal with it
Yeah,
because she's dealt with it. Opposition,
yeah,
you have to be able to take the L's with the W's.
yeah,
It's all part of it. It's a
yeah.
growing experience. That's what I was saying about that young kid on the Patriots. Yeah, he's 22. He's got time, hopefully,
Well, that's what they
barring
said
any,
about Dan Marino.
yeah, I know, barring any injury. I know, poor Dan Marino.
Dan Marino was still great, though.
Poor Dan,
He
he
was still great. He just
was.
didn't have enough of a team around him.
And that was just a great era of football. My
Yeah.
father loved the Dolphins. He wore the Dolphin jacket when Dolphins, were cool anymore. He had that jacket forever.
Oh,
So,
since 1971 for me.
yeah.
The day they
This,
lost the Super Bowl to the Cowboys. That's when I
yeah,
became a Dolphin fan. And I
yeah,
still am. I mean,
yeah.
it's just like, I shake my head all the time, but it's like, oh, man. Like,
Yeah, you still
and then
gotta,
and then
you
there's
lost
always
your
these,
coach, right? You
huh?
lost your coach now? They got rid of the guy, your
Yeah,
coach
Mike
for this
McDaniel.
year?
He's a
Yeah,
Charger. He's with the Chargers now.
yeah,
He's going to be their offensive coordinator.
yeah.
Yeah, they just, I don't know. I don't. I've kind of my desire to watch football is weaning. It wasn't.
Oh, 100%. That's
I.
the
It's not
Super
that
Bowl
interesting anymore.
was probably the one game I really watched the game. Like I may watch a quarter of something and turn. There's too many games that for women now that I'd rather watch than
Yes.
watch the. So that's the thing. I'm like, screw that, you know.
Yeah.
But anywho, all right. Well, I hope you have a good day today. And shall we do this next week with all our
Yeah.
1v1 winners and losers?
Is it all going to happen in one week? I don't
It
know the
happens
schedule.
the 11th, the 13th, 14th. It's over on the 14th. I think the winner gets
Yeah,
like
Saturday.
200,000, something like that. The winner gets. I'm like, that's not,
Yeah, that's what Fee got last year.
woo, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, nobody's going to be fooling around. They're going to be going for the
Oh
change.
no, they weren't fooling around last year.
Yeah.
It was serious. I mean,
Yeah.
you had to see Skylar Diggins last year.
Yeah.
She was like, this is business. Like that, and
She,
Courtney Williams too. Courtney Williams is like that.
I
Can you?
did.
I don't blame him.
No, she said last night, Skylar Diggins, I guess she already missed a free throw, and she's like, "Sorry, kids, her kids," because she
Yeah.
was out of it.
Well, they
It's
have that other free throw contest,
right.
and Kelsey Plum missed one. She was 16 for 16 and finally missed one last night.
Yeah, there you go. But it should be exciting. You want to meet back up next week?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You
We'll have
take it
lots to
easy.
talk about with the one-on-one thing,
Absolutely. Can't
yeah, and
wait.
then more unrivaled games. Oh, they're
Yeah,
playing Tuesday. What's that?
yeah, I think they're back on. Aren't they back on? Wait a minute.
Yeah, there's no
13th,
Monday
14th.
game. So you just
No.
have the one-on-one and then it starts up again on a Tuesday, which is interesting on the 17th
Yeah.
instead of Monday. That's probably because the thing is they're giving the one-on-one a rest or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're going constantly. So, yeah, they need one day of break. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, and
looking
then it's
forward.
over first week of March.
Yeah.
Monday, the second, the last day of Let's see. Last day of the regular season is the 27th, and then it's over. It's over in the end of February,
I
or the
know
first round is Saturday the 28th,
that went fast. Then I'll be
and
able
then
to
the
concentrate on Athletes Unlimited, I think. Right now, I can't concentrate on that.
it's hard to do. It's
Yeah,
I mean I watch it on the WNBA app, so I watched two games, but I haven't been able to watch any other ones. But
yeah,
I'm gonna check them out. I mean,
yeah. Well, now it's like, do you get ESPN? Because it did say it was on ESPN now.
no, I
It's
don't get
they
it.
have
I
it's
don't.
tomorrow. So
Yeah, I like it because I can watch it anytime on the WNBA app.
yeah.
It's there, the replay's on there, so I can watch them whenever if I'm putting some tile in or something, I can just sit there and watch it while I'm doing that.
Always always busy. Busy, busy, busy. Like that guy on Frosty the Snowman. All right, I'll catch you next week.
Okay.